Within the recent Nintendo Direct, we got a little bit of a new sneak peek at Wave 4 of the Booster Course Pass, and it revealed a new Yoshi's Island track. It's a really awesome looking Nitro track. And what else we got with this was a new original character coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that being Birdo. And this is just an insane moment because no one had expected new characters to come. We had all hoped for it. There was no signs of it ever happening. And it was just honestly so surprising to a lot of people in the community. What is going on, everyone? It's Ryder here, and today we're going to be talking about some character predictions and speculations on what I could think could be coming to the Booster Course Pass. Disclaimer, if you don't agree with any of my thoughts in the video, just make sure to leave some comments down below of what you think is personally going to be coming. This is just going to be my personal thoughts. Also, this video is not going to be scripted since I want to get this video out a little bit faster than usual. And I kind of just want to give out my overall feelings. Like, I don't feel like this video needs to be really scripted. I feel like I just kind of want to show off more of, like the concepts and stuff. So I do kind of apologize in advance if I'm not speaking too well. I hope you guys still end up enjoying the video either way. So, Nintendo on their Japanese website has confirmed that there is going to be more characters than just Birdo coming to the Booster Course Pass, which is just really insane to think about because we already were getting so much content with the tracks, and seeing that as we're going to be getting new characters as well and not just only Birdo, we could see some amazing additions come to Mario Kart Deluxe that Mario Kart Deluxe was missing out on so much good characters. Like, we had so much baby alts and Koopalings and stuff. It looks like we might start getting more original types of characters. Nintendo's also confirmed that Wave 4 will only be having one new character, which is fine, but it's like you'd think that Nintendo would have started doing this like a long time ago, maybe when Wave 1 was out, or probably even before then, before the Booster Course Pass was ever going to exist. They could have given us new characters, but now, at least, I'm not complaining, like, at least we're getting characters now, but it's just really weird that they're now including it in, like, the Wave 4 era. So maybe they might start giving us characters in between these waves just to kind of buy some time and give us, other kinds of content to do and not bug them about, upcoming waves. So with that all said, I gotta go and first talk about what characters have we seen in the past, because Nintendo strictly said that they're gonna be adding characters from the past rather than adding, brand new characters. And what they mean by past is that they will also be adding stuff from Tour as well. So I could see some Tour original content characters come to the game as well, and some older ones from like older Mario Karts like Double Dash and Wii. Start out with saying the old returning characters that have come to Mario Kart Tour already, and that is Petey Piranha, Funky Kong, Diddy Kong, and DK Jr. The Tour newcomers that we've got is Pauline, Peachette, Charging Chuck, Hammer Bro, Dixie Kong, Kamek, Captain Toad, Multimole, Nabbit, and of course King Bob-omb. Characters that we don't have in Tour but are also in older Mario Karts goes by Wiggler, Paratroopa, Honey Queen, and Rob. Now that right there may seem like a lot, and it's not really too much. I would have to say I think it's about 18 characters, but I personally don't see them adding all 18 of these characters. I mean, they could, but I think they kind of save that kind of big thing for the next game. But I'm not entirely sure still. I mean, they didn't really say how much characters were even coming. I mean, we could just see one character come each wave, but I honestly don't see them doing that because now, since with them adding Birdo, the whole roster is just going to be all messed up and everything's going to be all out of order and out of place. And to be honest, it looks like they're just trying to get the content out of Tour and putting it into, like a console Mario Kart. Just so all of the hard work and, remodeling and stuff is all saved into one, big game. So honestly, I could see them putting more than just, 3 characters in from the Booster Course Pass and Mario Kart Tour. So I don't think that it's just going to be 3 like Birdo and then 2 others, like 1 each wave. I think it's going to be more than just that, personally. I think that there's probably going to be some more changes with the upcoming waves that will probably get more characters within, Wave 5 and Wave 6. Or we could even just see them as extra, content. So, out of all these characters, I decided to choose 14 different characters, also including one that's a full new one and is also not in Tour, because I feel like that there is going to be one that's probably still not in Tour, but will come at some point, and they're probably just going to have it also in 8 Deluxe as well. And we'll get to that in a little bit later. Starting off with number 1 we've got is Pauline. Pauline is a very big fan favorite. She debuted in the New York Tour, the first tour of the entire game of Mario Kart Tour, and she debuted along with New York Minute, and she would fit very well within Mario Kart Deluxe since we've got New York Minute as a track in the game. and she just fits the overall vibe of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I mean, she's a really good Mario Kart character, and she's been getting added to a lot of spin-off Mario games lately, so it'd be really nice to see her get added. Next character we've got up is Nabbit. Nabbit was a very surprising character to see in Mario Kart Tour, and his appearance just made Mario Kart so much better. The funny thing is about him is that he's always holding his sack of, like, you know, stuff that he steals from others. He always has it with him whenever he's racing. And to be honest, I really do think he could fit very well with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass and kind of give him a little bit more spotlight, because he doesn't really have much spotlight with the other spin-off Mario games and just overall Mario games in general. So I think it'd be really nice to see him come as well. Next up we've got is Charging Chuck. Really awesome addition to Mario Kart. It's kind of a little bit strange, but it kind of really fits. He debuted last February actually in Mario Kart Tour, and he debuted along with a Los Angeles track, which we're supposed to be getting a Los Angeles track along with in Wave 4. Obviously, as we've already established, that we're not going to be getting more characters in Wave 4 besides Birdo. Honestly think he's going to end up coming. Next up we've got is a big fan favorite from Wii. We've got is Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is such a great character in Mario Kart. Like, he's just so much fun to race as, and I love his voice lines of him just basically screaming a lot. He came back in Mario Kart Tour, and he hasn't been in a, like, you know, a big Mario Kart, like a console Mario Kart, since Mario Kart Wii. And it's also been apparently shown off in like some sort of promotional art for Mario Kart 8, and he was just never appeared in the actual game, so it was very strange. So I could see him very well being added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, as a lot of people really love Diddy Kong. Next up we've got is Multi-Mole. Multi-Mole is a very weird character as well, but that's what makes these Mario Kart characters stand out more, is that they're just really random additions of, like, you know, characters. And Multi-Mole is no stranger to that. He's such a little small guy and somehow fits into a cart. And I really gotta say, he's a very cute character, so I really hope he gets added to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Next up we've got is Hammer Bro. Hammer Bro was originally a scrapped character from Mario Kart Wii, and now has been added to Mario Kart Tour, along with all of his brothers being, you know, the Boomerang Bro, Fire Bro, and Ice Bro. He was added a long time ago to Mario Kart Tour. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago when he was added. It was pretty early on in the game, just like Pauline. And I could see them maybe adding Hammer Bro. Like, if they were going to add Hammer Bro, they'd probably also give him skins to change to the other bros. I don't think they'd make all the bros into separate different characters, because it just seems too weird, and all they would have to do is really just change the colors of them, because none of them really look different to each other. But yeah, I definitely do think that if they were going to add a ton more characters, this would definitely be one of the choices. King Bomb is up next, and honestly, this is such a needed character because he's just the king of everything. King Bomb debuted in the Pirate Tour of Mario Kart Tour that featured also DS Airship Fortress to the game, and he's such a nice addition to Mario Kart. A lot of people have been actually wanting to see him in a Mario Kart game, and he's in Mario Kart Tour. He's got his own unique types of animations, and he's a very fun character to race as. So for him to potentially come to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, this is going to make it even more crazy. Dixie Kong is up next, and she's a very annoying character. Her voice lines are so distinct that if you heard her voice lines, you would know that she's coming right up behind. She's so interesting, but she's so yet annoying. And honestly, I couldn't leave her out for that. So yeah, we definitely need this Kong as well as Diddy Kong. Of course, we can't forget what this next character is. This next character is a long-lost legend, Kamek. Oh my gosh, Kamek needs to be in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, Kamek is just like the most forgotten about Mario character to Nintendo, because like they always have been scrapping him from Mario Kart games. He was scrapped from Mario Kart 64 and actually Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's early on files. Now, this could have also meant that he was probably gonna be coming at some point, which he probably still might be actually. And he finally came back into Mario Kart Tour, and I hope this really means that he comes to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because the majority of people mainly play that more than Tour, and it would be really good to see that he'd be added. Of course, I'm not gonna leave out my boy. Like, why would I leave out my boy? Wiggler is such a really strange character that got added to Mario Kart, and he first debuted in Mario Kart 7 and hasn't came back since then. I still really hope he comes to Mario Kart Tour at some point, but as of right now, he's not here. Now, I was debating on putting Honey Queen here instead, since she's been kind of hinted at a little bit more in some tracks, actually. She's got like a little badge in Mario Kart Tour, and usually badges in Mario Kart Tour lead to characters debuting. She was in Mario Kart 7, which also debuted along with Wiggler, And she also has like a little bit of a cameo in Coconut Mall now. Really love Wiggler, and I hope he comes, but I think it's probably gonna more likely be Honey Queen, and I don't know how to feel about that. I needed to put the boy here. Up next we've got is PD Piranha. Now I think PD Piranha out of this entire list probably has the most definite chances of showing up in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Main reason for that is because in Mario Kart Tour we got a brand new nitro track called Piranha Plant Cove, and it's basically all stylized with piranha plants, specifically PD Piranha statues. Now, this could just be track design because, you know, we could think about Waluigi Pinball from 7 and how Waluigi wasn't in the game. But I feel like this is a little bit different because PD Piranha has never had his own track before, and this is like a brand new track. Mario Kart 7 did not have DS Waluigi Pinball as a brand new track. So I feel like this is a little bit of a different moment, and I do think this new track will probably be debuting in Wave 5. So we could very well see PD Piranha come to the game very, very soon. We're down to the final 2 characters of this list, and this next one is one I talked about a little bit earlier, and that is going to be this brand new character, and I think this one's going to end up being Luma. Now, Luma has been a very big requested Mario Kart character because unfortunately she used to be kind of in Mario Kart before in the past. She used to be Rosalina's side buddy in Mario Kart Wii, and ever since then, Rosalina has not had her by her side. I think seeing her as a standalone character would be much better than just having her by Rosalina's side. And I definitely think that if Luma was going to debut, I think that Luma would come in Wave 6 because most likely we're going to be seeing We Ran Road, which got a new glorious remake in Tour lately. And we kind of already knew based off of data mine prefixes that we're going to be getting a finale Wii track, and you know what's filled with that is just a bunch of Super Mario Galaxy stuff in We Ran Road, and Luma would just fit along with that track specifically so much. Now for my final character I have chosen, you guys already know, it's already obvious, Funky Kong, the god of Mario Kart Wii itself. If they added Funky Kong into this game, I don't think they realize how much power and how much damage is going to also be caused at the same exact time. I can't even imagine how much everyone will be freaking out over Funky Kong returning, and I definitely think he has a very high % chance of coming back. He's such a lovable and fun character, and he was just such a great addition to Mario Kart Wii, and he was so overpowered in that game. And I definitely think that his stats are probably going to end up being the same as someone like, you know, Waluigi or Donkey Kong in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which are some of the better characters in Mario Kart 8. It would be so much fun to see him in the game. I just like, Funky Kong is so lovable, I don't even know how you could hate him. And if there is haters, let me know if you're one of them down below, because I will find you. Now, with all of these characters that I've talked about out of the way, what does this mean for the other characters that I mentioned towards the beginning of this video? Well, I'm going to give you guys some reasons onto why I don't think these other characters will be coming back. I don't see DK Jr. being added because, number one, I think we're going to be getting way too much Kongs if they were going to decide to add new characters. And I just don't see them really adding a pixelated version of a Mario Kart character into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think they'd make him more of a 3D model, so I kind of think they'll save him for the next Mario Kart game. Peachette and Captain Toad, I just don't see them adding because they're just kind of more of like, you know, reskins, if you could say. I wanted to kind of fill this list with more of original content characters that I know everyone will love to see. Peachette is pretty hated, so I hardly ever imagine that Nintendo would even consider bringing her. Unless if they were going to add a ton new characters, then it'd be fine. But if it's a limited amount, like, you know, like 5 or something, don't add Peachette. And Captain Toad's pretty alright, I just don't see him coming. As for Paratroopa, Honey Queen, and Rob, I just don't see Rob coming because he just seems like kind of a weird addition, and I feel like that they'll probably save him for yet again like the future installment for a Mario Kart. Paratroopa just seems kind of a little bit weak of a kind of character, like if they were going to add him in like, you know, a short amount of span of characters, because all it is different compared to Koopa Troopa is that he's just got a red shell and, you know, little wings, so they could add more interesting characters than that. And then we've got Honey Queen, which I've already discussed about. I feel like it's either going to be Wiggle or Honey Queen that gets put in that spot that I chosen. And I feel like 14 characters is a pretty, you know, reasonable amount for new character additions. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below what you think is going to be happening with this. How many characters do you think are going to end up coming? Do you see a lot of them coming, or do you see a short amount coming? Honestly, either way, I am so happy we're getting new characters. Like, it was just such a random announcement, and it was not needed at all, but I'm gladly accepting it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys all in the next video. Peace out, stay safe, bye bye.